Welcome everyone to Panels on Pages. This is our inaugural episode, and this is going to be comic books and all related media. If you are new, if you don't know me from another platform, welcome. My name is Dalibor. I've been wanting to do comic book content for a long time, and we're starting today. We're going to start with something that I'm a huge fan of, and that is Kickstarter. I have been supporting Kickstarters since 2011, 2012, before even the guaranteed product days, before the guaranteed refund days. I've lost some money. Let's just be honest with it. However, through Kickstarter, I have found fantastic properties such as what we're going to look at today. Now, I back this at the $7 level for the digital copy because I typically do not collect single issues. As you can see behind me, I have trade paperbacks. I have a lot of trade paperbacks, and we're going to get into that collection at a later point. But the main takeaway is I do not collect single issue floppies. So my plan with this specific property was to wait until there is a trade, a collected edition, whether that be 4 issues, 6 issues, whatever it was going to be. I was going to pick up the physical trade, and I was going to join the shelf. In the meantime, I have also started a magazine. If you don't know, The Catalyst. If you are here from The Catalyst, welcome. Glad to have you on board. This is a free magazine for everyone. It is meant to promote indie creators, indie comics, anybody that I find that's doing really cool stuff or that I know that's doing really cool stuff. They're going to be in this magazine. And I'm doing editorials. We're doing galleries of artists and photographers and all sorts of stuff. Just, you should subscribe, thecatalyst.digital. The link is down below. As such, when I followed this Kickstarter, and we're going to get to it in a second. It's right here. It's right here. We're talking about this in a minute. I'm so excited for this. As I got into this Kickstarter, I was also creating, I think, the first or second issue. The second issue took me a long time. It was pretty much just a lot of procrastination. There's just no way around that. It's just procrastination. It happens. But we are working on the third issue currently, and in the second issue, we featured Deep Theory Studios, and that is what is right here in front of me. This is the deluxe. I don't even know. This is one of the higher tiers. This came out of nowhere. Man. I loved the book. So I backed the book before ever reading it. I hosted the main dudes behind Deep Theory Studios on the Panels on Pages segment on the other podcast that I do, which is the Tangents podcast. That's kind of been on hold, but regardless, Panels on Pages is now becoming its own thing because I really want to get more into comic book content and just get really deep with it. So I hosted them on the podcast, we promoted it, all that sort of stuff. Quite honestly, under no expectation. Like I said, I put in the $7 because that's what I wanted. I loved the artwork, loved the book, and so when I was doing the second issue of the magazine, I was like, yo, let me put in a few pages, link to you guys. I want to get more people reading this because I think it's a fantastic anthology series. So that came out. The second volume's coming out at some point soon. And this shows up in the mail. This monstrous, this thing is probably 3 graphic novels wide. This is an 11 by, bigger than an 11 by 17. Shows up in the mail. Like I said, I didn't pay for it. This is just a huge gift, and I just super appreciative. I was just blown away. For 2 days, I just stared at the box, and I was like, I don't even, what do I do with this? How do I even say thank you in enough ways? This is fantastic. Let's just go into it. First of all, this box's presentation, outstanding. I think if you're doing a Kickstarter, if you can get a stretch goal to deliver your product in a box like this, it's fantastic. This is outstanding. And even more so, it's signed by Wes Sinclair. I think that's right. And I feel like that was one of the other people involved in the project. I don't know exactly how. He's the actual artist of the book. This is also going up as a podcast. And if you're listening to this, definitely check out YouTube for Panels on Pages podcast. That's going to be where you're going to see this stuff. But I'm going to try to describe it as best I can. So let's just pop right into it. Okay. First of all, a huge says thank you. And it says, sign up for updates at deeptheorystudios.com. You should do that. Oh, there's actually something on the back. It says, thanks again for showing us so much love. It's been fun journeying each other's journeys in this crazy life. Zach and Vish. That's, guys. I'm gonna cry, guys. Cry. This is awesome. I haven't even touched the content. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Like, I'll be honest with you. When I first opened this, I had a flashback to a moment where I was doing a video shoot out in Iowa, and it was my cousin and me, and we were doing a shoot for it was kind of like for T3G for Nexus and for Full Throttle Auto. It was kind of like this whole thing. We were working with the guy that was organizing the place, and he gave us free reign. He gave us a golf cart. This is a huge outdoor vehicle event, automotive event. And I had like a moment of zen. I was riding the golf cart back to like get our stuff and go to like the next round of shooting, and I just had this moment of zen, and I was like, this is what it should be. Like, mutual respect. Like, I showed up here, I drove 5 hours or whatever it was to get there. I'm waking up at 8 a.m. to be at the opening to record these cars. I'm doing that for money, obviously, but at the same time, like, that's a 5-hour drive. Like, what I made on that, no one would have gone out 5 hours for that. I'll be very honest with you. This is a charitable organization. I was like, listen, whatever your budget is, we will do it within that budget. So that's where it was. Like, it just was pretty straightforward, and it was the budget, and and he covered the night stay basically. Pretty straightforward. It was not a high paying gig. Like, it wasn't like, oh man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make this money. It was a charitable organization. I wanted to do it, and it felt great to be treated with respect by somebody. And it always makes me think back to Too Fast, Too Furious, where he says, you know what that's called? It's called mutual respect, right? And this is kind of what this feels like. Again, I didn't promote these guys because I'm like, oh, maybe they'll get me some free stuff. I promoted these guys because I believe in the product. Like, this stuff is fantastic. The book is outstanding. And I think people need to see it. I think people need to read it. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see. I want to see Deep Theory as a show on Netflix or Hulu or Disney Plus, wherever it ends up. I want to see this as a TV show. So ultimately, that's where we are. And I can't speak to the whys, but it seems like they wanted to thank me, and this is how they thought to thank me. And this is fantastic. I mean, it was just blown away. I'm blown away. I have no words. It's so hard for me to verbalize this stuff, but
that's what I'm talking about, man. Play with it. Smells good, don't it?
Yeah, how about that right there?
Right. Y'all see this? Everybody take a real good look. This is what you call mutual respect.
I'm not saying people need to do this kind of stuff, but it's wonderful to see people at least recognize, quite honestly, if just this card had come in, I would have been blown away. Just for someone to have taken that, they already thanked me for having him on podcast or whatever. If just this had come in, I would have been like, wow, that's to take that time to send me a handwritten note. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. This is just bonus. Look at this stuff. This is such bonus. Let's be serious. Now, if you read the Catalyst, you'll know these guys, these are like pogs. These are super cool. I used some of these graphics in the interview and in the kind of, what does it say? Oh, it just has the website, deeptheorystudios.com again. Yeah, I love this. These are just moments from the comic. I'm not going to spoil anything. You guys just really need to read this book. It's linked down below. Yeah, just do that. Do that for real. Dude, stickers. We'll go into my sticker collection at some point, but this is just huge. This is huge for my sticker collection. Oh man, I like chrome stickers. Chrome stickers are huge. More pogs. Hey, pogs. Pin. Ooh, I like these. Man, a lot of people have been doing these pins on the Kickstarters. I really, really like these. Will it? There it is. Boom. Look at that. More stickers. More pogs. I do these, man, this is so cool, because I don't know if this is just due to the color or whatever, but the way this, see how rainbow reflects? It plays into the story. Man, just really need to read that book. See, this is what I'm talking, this is presentation. Look, there's nothing wrong with just delivering the product you said you were going to deliver, and oh, here's the comic, you receive the comic, you receive whatever other little bits and bobbles, but this is all real, and I'm presuming this is all intentional, but to use this kind of chrome sticker, which reflects in a certain way that that speaks to the kind of psychedelic nature of some of the content of the book, that's presentation. That's forethought. You thought about this stuff, and I love it. I'll put that back in. Can we talk about these covers? Can we talk about these variant covers? Like here's the main cover, right? This is the main cover. Deep Theory #1. Love it. Please tell me that it's also signed. Holy crap, I think they're all signed. That's super cool. Love this. This is like, there's something about this like adventure era of comics, like this like big color block at the top. I just love this era, like visually. I love the era. They even did the distressing on the image. Like this looks like you pick this up out of like the $3 bin, and it's like, no one's heard of this comic. I'm gonna read this from 1943. You know what I'm saying? That's what this feels like, and I love it. It just, the theme, the artwork reflects it. It's fantastic. This is another great variant cover. I don't know who did this one. This is, I think, done by the interior artist, and I think both of these are done by the interior artist. So I don't know who did this cover, but this is fantastic. It'll be on screen.
It was actually done by one of the creators, Zach.
Again, you're not really going to get like a lot what this is about, but just the imagery. You should definitely pick this book up. DeepTheoryStudios.com. If you don't know, if you haven't heard me enough times. What is this? This is Deep Theory Studios presents Nano Cream. Oh, it's like an ad. It's like an old school ad. Immortality awaits you. This is really dope. Dude, where's this gonna go? This has to go up immediately. I love this. Oh, there's another one. What's this one? Portal Bello. That's dope. That's dope. I feel like I saw these, but like they didn't like hit. This stuff, I'm sure this stuff was on the Kickstarter, but it didn't like click in my brain. Portal Bello. Try the amazing Portal Bello. Bring you great joy. And the funny thing, again, you got to read the comic. This like plays into the way the comic is written, and it's out of this world. It sure is. You should definitely check. Is there more in here? That's incredible, dude. I have just no words, man. I have no words to explain how awesome this stuff is. Okay, just those two, right? That's what I'm saying. Okay, those two. Dude. These are going up ASAP. I think it's time to go frame shopping. They just said we don't have to wear masks no more. Y'all should be excited, but that's fantastic. So that's what I wanted to share as the first. I'm out of focus for some reason. There we go. So that's what I wanted to share for this very first episode of Panels on Pages. Well, first episode of the standalone Panels on Pages podcast. And we're going to be doing this kind of segment, if you will. I'm thinking Funding Friday. I need it. Listen, if you're a fan from T3G and you're watching this and you're like, why does this guy need this alliteration stuff? I need it to help me organize things, okay? I talked to my therapist about it. He's like, yeah, sometimes you just need things like that, like mnemonic devices to help you organize like what you're doing that day. So listen, Funding Friday, we're going to talk about Kickstarters. I've got a couple more. Right now, I'm mainly doing digital stuff, but I did back a couple really, really big ones. We're not going to talk about those yet. My wife knows about them. She approved them because they were like $500. They're big, but I'm excited. But yeah, we're going to talk about this stuff. We're going to talk about. I also want to just real quick, just since it's right here. I want to give a shout out to my boys, the Miners, Universe M. Man, this piece, I commissioned this last year. This is a family project. They all worked on it. I absolutely love it. Just check them out as well. Also linked down below in the description, in the show notes, wherever I can put it, it'll be there. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you in the next one.